Hi guys, Felix with Quadcopter Guide, and today, Wednesday, March 14th, 2018, we finally got some Phantom 5 leaks. It's been 2 years since we saw the release of the Phantom 4 from DJI, and it's been 16 months since the Phantom 4 Pro and the Phantom 4 Pro Plus came out. It's about time for a new Phantom, don't you say? So let's jump on the computer and check out what got leaked.
Alright, before we jump into the two leaked pictures, a little history lesson. There's a dude, or perhaps even a girl, named Osita LV? Osita LV? Dude named LV? Anyhow, there's this person on Twitter that a couple months ago drew up what he thought the Phantom 5 could look like. He mentioned DLM mount, CMOS sensor. You could see this resembles a camera mount with removable lenses. Then he also drew kind of a side view of it. Here you have a 24mm lens. Once again, the interchangeable mount here. And he thought it'd be cool to have 4 lenses. 15, 24, 35, and 50mm. And interestingly, we will see this 50mm lens. This picture leaked a couple weeks ago. It's basically a Phantom 4 Pro. And this is all Phantom 4 Pro. This is exactly Phantom 4 Pro. So is the gimbal. It looks like they just modified this lens part. This obviously could be one of the first prototypes of the Phantom 5. But they took a Phantom 4 Pro and kind of hacked it together. And why do I say hack? Because if you look here, while that's a beautiful rectangle, that would vignette the picture like crazy. So there's no way that this is anywhere near production ready. So what do we see? The legs look very similar to Phantom 4 Pro. Same with the front obstacle avoidance sensors. Interestingly, in the background, this looks like a trunk of a car. Bumper, rear trunk. So could this picture have been leaked from some early engineering testing? Perhaps. Here you can see beefier gimbal than on the Phantom 4 Pro. If you've got bigger lenses on there than the Phantom 4 Pro, then you're also going to need bigger motors on the gimbal. On the front of the lens, you can see filter ring or a ring to accept a lens cap. This DJI logo looks incredibly official. And you can see this is the 50mm lens that has been leaked. Ironically, 50mm was one of the lenses that Osita LV drew on his little diagram. Maybe he knows more than we think. Here's the other image that leaked. Somebody's holding the camera sensor portion of the gimbal in his hand. Probably more identifiable items here, so that's why they've been blurred in this very artistic blur. One thing that's interesting that these connectors are inside the lens portion like this. On the Inspires, the camera connections are here on this outer ring. In terms of sensor size, this could be the 1-inch sensor or an improved version of the Phantom 4 Pro 1-inch sensor. I don't think we'll see a sensor bigger on a Phantom sized camera. If we look at this graphic, you can see that the original Phantom 4 had a tiny sensor. This is also the sensor size of the Mavic Pro, and I believe also the Mavic Air. The Phantom 4 Pro got the 1-inch sensor, so this huge thing, it's larger than it actually is, but this is a full frame. So back in the day when we were shooting 35mm film cameras, the frame was this large. Also, if you have a full frame camera like the Canon 5Ds, the Sony A7s, the full frame ones have a sensor that's that large, then APS-C, for Canon at least, is this size compared to full frame. The Inspire 1, Inspire 2, you can see I think it's a super 35mm sensor is that large. And this is the 1-inch sensor that's on the Phantom 4 Pro. I just don't see DJI putting a sensor this large into the Phantom 5. That would cannibalize Inspire 2 sales, I think. Alright, back to the images. So yeah, the usual red dot for lining up the lens with the camera. Now another interesting thing, This here is the Phantom 4 Pro Obsidian. Now take a look at the color scheme. Legs are black, gimbal and gimbal attachment point are silver. Now look at this. Legs are black, where the gimbal attaches is dark and the body is silver. It's exactly opposite of the Phantom 4 Pro Obsidian. Interesting. Let's take a look at this front right leg of the Phantom 4 Pro. It looks extremely similar. Obviously that doesn't mean that this is not the Phantom 5. The Phantom 4, Phantom 4 Pro essentially had the same legs and body. Just means that the Phantom 4 Pro is already a successful platform and they are keeping certain aspects of it. If the Phantom 5 is interesting to you, or perhaps the Mavic Pro 2 that's rumored to come out soon, I invite you to head over to quadcopterguide.com/subscribe, fill out the form, and you'll be the first to know of any new leaks. And if you enjoy videos like these or are interested in our upcoming videos on the Mavic Air, please hit subscribe and the little bell next to it. It would really help us out. Thanks.